He saw and he believed. John saw and he believed. What did John see that morning? And what did he believe? John saw the empty tomb. And he saw fullness of life in the empty tomb. John could see everything about everything in that empty tomb. He could see the story from eternity to eternity. The meaning of everything about God and about man. John could see life in its fullness. The meaning of everything, the story of everything. Everything John could see in the sight of the empty tomb. Everything was in right order. Somebody taking time, folding the clothes, the head cloth, and everything. In the words of Nikos Kazantzakis, it was the end of everything and the beginning of everything. Everything had ended and everything had begun from that empty tomb. My dear friends, we all need a meta-narrative to make sense of our human life. A meta-narrative, a narrative from the beyond. What do I mean? Don't look at your life in isolation. Never look at your life and sorrows and troubles and pain in isolation. Oh me, my life so miserable, my pains, aches, and my sorrows. Don't look at your life in isolation. Or look at anything in isolation. Whether it's world war or hatred or whatever is happening, oh, don't look at anything in isolation. This is one story. On the other side is God's own story going in parallel. Unless you connect your story with the story of the Lord, you are never going to make any sense of anything. Put your story along with the story of God, the story of Jesus, the resurrection narrative, the meta-narrative. Put them together, then you will find meaning and hope. We are in the Jubilee year of hope. 2025, the Pope has declared this year to be a Jubilee year of hope. What is Christian hope? Christian hope is not wishful thinking. Christian hope is not wishful thinking. I wish things were like this. No. Christian hope is a joyful anticipation of the things you are sure there will be. The things which are sure to come. You are only waiting in anticipation. I can't wait. I am waiting for something yet to come. I'm absolutely certain. So joyful anticipation. Because you are so sure, like John, you have seen the empty tomb, the meaning of life, the end of life, everything you have seen, so you are sure, yeah, what is yet to come, I am absolutely certain. No doubt. No doubt. Did the disciples have any doubt? Did Paul have any doubt? Oh, Paul said, the other Peter have seen, he has seen the risen Lord. James and the disciples, and there are people alive still who have seen the Lord. I'm the last one to have that joy of seeing the face of God. And having seen the face of God, persecution, suffering, hatred, anything, I can face anything in life because I know where does this story go. Do you know where does this story go? God's story always ends in glory. God's story always ends in glory. Hence I said, don't take your life in isolation. Don't take your sorrows in isolation. The challenges, trouble, don't take anything in isolation. Everything is a parallel story. And you have to make sure this story is intermingled with the story of Jesus. Then you will find the meaning, the purpose, everything about life. As I mentioned at the beginning of the Mass, the resurrection of Jesus is the very foundation of our faith. The very foundation of our faith. Without Him, if He wasn't risen, as Paul says, our faith is in vain. Everything is in vain. No purpose, no meaning. There couldn't be any Christianity without the risen Lord. Everything we find, the meaning for everything in Him, through His life, His death, and the resurrection. Have this hope always in your heart. Not that you make sense of everything happening in your life or in the world. All we know is God is in control. He has got the last word. God has got the last word. The resurrection was God's cosmic laugh. The resurrection was God's cosmic laugh. Last night, those who were here, did you see the drama between life, light and darkness? We are too focused on the darkness, get worried, anxious, and frightened of darkness. Darkness doesn't exist. Darkness doesn't exist. Evil has no future. Evil has no future. Darkness has no future. Light comes, darkness goes. Evil has no future. Don't be afraid. God has got the last word, and He has got the last laugh as well. To summarize all this, I'm going to quote from Dostoevsky, from the Brothers Karamazov. Listen to this. You may know it by heart. I believe like a child that suffering will be healed and made up for. That all the humiliating absurdity of human contradictions will vanish like a pitiful mirage. Like the despicable fabrication of the impotent and infinitely small Euclidean mind of man. That in the world's finale, at the moment of eternal harmony, something so precious will come to pass that it will suffice for all hearts. for the comforting of all resentments, for the atonement of all the crimes of humanity. May I say it again? For the atonement of all the crimes of humanity, for all the blood that they have shed, that it will make it not only possible to forgive, but to justify all that has happened. And this too, the closing line from C.S. Lewis. At present, we are on the outside, the wrong side of the door. Beautiful. This moment we are on the outside, the wrong side of the door. But all the pages of the New Testament are wrestling with the rumor that it will not always be so. Someday we shall get in. Someday we shall all get in and we will put on the Lord's glory.